downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the American League's Houston Astros and the...
Hey everybody, welcome to our continuing series of MLB Show 18 with our Minnesota Twins franchise. And today we'll be taking on the Houston Astros.
He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Got Jake Odorizzi going for the Twins.
Waiting, and now the pitch.
Start off with a good strike there. Nice to see. See if we can't get that splitter going right away here.
Hit back up the middle. Polanco ranging up the middle.
That's a good play to start the game.
One down to lead off the
we like that.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. First delivery to him on the way. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike one.
Splitter there a little high, but we'll take it. See if we can't get him to chase that cutter. A little out of the zone, not too far out. So I want to remind everybody right away, we do a weekly podcast on video games, covering everything from Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo, called The Gaming Hub. The Gaming Hub podcast. We invite you to subscribe to that on iTunes, CastBox, whatever it is you listen to any sort of podcast on, and you'll never miss an episode. You can also check out all of the episodes here on YouTube. I think we have everything up, starting with episode 90 or 91. So we invite you to do that as well.
He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive...
Oh, that is hit a ton.
Deep left field.
And it's gone. Yep, left that way too much out over the plate.
Previous meetings with Jake Odorizzi, he's 1 for 5. In there for strike one, 0-1. Correa is a player referred to as clutch by
and Houston's got way too good a lineup for me to be leaving pitches out like that, so that's on me.
Instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pulled high in the air out to left.
A little bit too much of the play with that too, but we kind of lucked out. All right, let's see if we can get that run back here.
Here's Byron Buxton now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung on by Brock.
That is crushed.
Deep left field. And that's all.
Beautiful into the second deck.
So here's Joe Mound. He too had 3 knocks in yesterday's win. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Up around the face.
Well, next hit from Mauer is going to be number 2,000. Let's see if we can get it right here. Not swinging at that, we won't.
And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out. Here's Brian Dozier now. Head-to-head pass with Dallas Kuechel. He's had some success, 5 for 11. He's taken him deep once.
So it's Kuechel on the other side today. Decent pitching matchup. That said, it's probably going to end up being like 8-5. Wow. I know better than that. Come on now.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
And that's the second out.
Right. Excuse me, Miguel Sano should be coming back from injury here shortly.
Now the pitch. Sharp ground ball toward the hole.
Hit it hard right at him.
In the hole.
Good dig. Well, in the inning.
Here's George Springer. He's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch on its way. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate.
I'm struggling timing that splitter right to get it down in the zone here. That's better. There we go.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. Can't get him to
Just
chase.
off the
It's
plate.
1-2.
Good spot, though.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more,
Beautiful.
he can obviously do a lot of damage.
Clearly was not expecting that
Fastball
pitch.
called, strike 3, and
Good
there's the
spot.
first out of the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for
That
out number
works.
2.
Quick second out.
In for Houston, Marwin Gonzalez. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. He's
Ooh,
off
good
1-0.
spot. Just maybe off the corner.
It's
And same
2-0
deal
to
there.
Marwin Gonzalez.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be
3-0.
aggressive and throw strikes.
3-0 to him now. Odorizzi steps into his windup. Here's the 3-0. Smoke toward third. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Here's Jake Marisnick. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
Snow can hit a little, but not the best defensive third baseman in the league.
Ball 1.
That much is for sure. He's not
Here's the
awful.
1-0.
Plays like that he's not going to come up with as regularly as some other guys.
Now the
Just got to kind of live with it and hope that the offense sort of carries the day for him. Apologize for the ringer there.
The 1-2 pitch is looked at for ball number 2.
Let's get that splitter down.
This is flared out towards second. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. In now, Eddie Rosario, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Infield
Rosario.
well to the right. Here's the first pitch. No
A
ball,
little bit behind that. Trying to sit back more, been like too far in front of a lot of pitches last few games, so just trying to sit back might cause me to be late on the occasional fastball. And when I swing a shit like that, it doesn't really matter anyway.
Digging in the switch hitter, Robbie Grossman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. And a check.
I was going to say, I don't think I went around on that.
No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Ball 2.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Another one of those like swing half swings where you press swing and then the hitter just checks it.
First pitch
Kind of
coming, here it
sucks.
is. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Man, that's a good spot. I thought that was going to be low.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach at 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something
That's probably a
way
ball,
out of the
yeah.
zone doesn't serve any purpose.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty
So,
much
well,
count
good
on him
base hit.
battling at the plate
All
every
right.
chance he gets.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Eduardo Escobar standing in. Head-to-head pass with Dallas Keuchel.
Yeah, no, Escobar.
For 7 line. He also has 1 home run. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Now the 1-0. Ground ball
Get
sent
through.
back up the middle.
Not quite enough.
And
Beat it.
off
Oh,
balance throw
all right.
is right there. Next up for the Astros, Tim Federovic, and he'll start out their half of the third. Top of the order to follow.
Wow, right down the middle.
Called strike.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
1-1 the count. Push to the right side, but no problem at first, and that's the first out.
Very good first out.
Riding in once again, Josh Reddick. Second appearance here. He grounded out to start the ball game.
Left that up a little more than I wanted.
Strike one. Bounce to first. Mauer's there.
You know, John Mauer's actually turned into a really good defensive first baseman.
Ready for another chance.
And since making the switch from catcher, unfortunately, like contract that they paid him back in 2010, that contract wasn't, you know, to be a first baseman that hits, you know, 300 and it's 15 home runs. There's to be a catcher that hit 350. You know, that made him one of the most valuable catchers in all baseball, if not the most. You know, up there with Buster Posey, guys like that. And started having injuries as soon as that contract took place or took effect. And it just wasn't a situation when they moved him to first to keep him kind of healthy. You know, he was never able to recover the same offensive production, and even if he did, he doesn't have the power numbers to really justify making that type of money as a first baseman. So, you know, it's drawn a lot of ire from the fans, but at the same time, who could have seen the injuries coming? And in 2009, he won the American League Most Valuable Player Award. Hit 28 home runs, hit like 350. What were they supposed to do? Were they supposed to let him go with a new stadium opening and a team that was winning division titles? I don't think so. I think they kind of had to pay up. And yeah, it was a huge contract and it didn't work out, but you know, he's always been a good ambassador for the game with the Twins, and it's last year that huge deal for him here in 2018. So we'll see if they can work out something. I think personally, like a 2-year deal in that, you know, $10 to $12 million range is probably about right for him. But defensively, as a first baseman, he's really become one of the premier defensive first basemen in baseball. And it's nice to see making that transition. And last year he hit 305. So he kind of came back. He had to spend a lot of years hitting like 260, 270. So we saw him kind of rebound there. And this year he's off to a pretty decent start too. I think he's hitting like right around 275 to 280.
Digging in to try it again.
Like seeing him get over that 300 mark again.
Here comes the first pitch. Hit out
That's a
second.
good pitch.
Dozier has it. Throw to first in time.
That's what we like. One pitch outs.
Stepping in and ready for another shot. Carlos Correa. He flew out in his last at bat.
So I said it in the last game I was playing. What I'm doing with this series now is we're not going to play every game and post every game to YouTube. That's way too many. So we're basically doing one game from each series. We're going to post that up. And then once playoffs arrive, if we make the playoffs, then we'll do every game of the playoffs on here as well.
Is a slider taken for a ball.
But also, if I played every single game, I'd probably lose no more than 5 games all year. And I'd like to have it at least be competitive and somewhat realistic, so we'll sim the other games and just play one in each series.
First pitch coming, here it is.
And see how it shakes out.
A fastball that finds the outside corner. And now a pitch on the way.
That's a good split.
Here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Odorizzi looks in, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. That's hit to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does.
Good play.
7 in a row. He's set down now.
So we'd like to hear in comments, both for this game, like what most do you like playing? Steven, who is on the podcast too, plays a lot of this game. He likes Road to the Show quite a bit. I also like Diamond Dynasty. I play a lot of Diamond Dynasty, and when I stream on Twitch, I often am doing that mode. Whereas franchise we kind of do here. Well, what other games are you looking forward to? We got State of Decay 2 coming out this week. We got Detroit from the PlayStation 4 coming out soon. Interested to see what you're looking forward to, what you're really excited about playing as we head into summer, and then also E3 is just 4 weeks away. And what are you looking forward to there? What are you excited about? What are you hoping to see? Are you bummed out that Walmart kind of ruined it for everybody by sort of revealing a lot of those kind of surprise games? And hopefully there's more than that. I think there will be. But what are you sort of looking forward to? What are you excited about? We'd love to see that in comments as well. And kind of gives us an idea of what our community's thinking about. Helps us think about what to talk about on the show as well. We like to tailor it to you as much as we can.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel, he popped out in his first trip. First pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, tight game here so far.
Takes a knee-high fastball.
But Houston's an awfully good team.
Like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does.
Twins kind of had an up-and-down start to the year so far.
It sort of feels like the next team to score is
They
going to win this thing.
started out pretty well. I think they started out like 8-5, and then they went and lost 11 out of 12. And now they're back kind of on a good swing again. They got better starting pitching. The bullpen's able to not, be so overworked. And we're getting a little more consistency on the offensive side too. They just went to Anaheim this weekend and split, which, that's Anaheim's a real good team. So getting a split on the road there, pretty good, especially when you have to face Ohtani in one of those games. He was freaking lights out today off the mound. He says nasty, nasty stuff.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Okay, nobody out. 2-1. We got to get after here.
Out in his only trip to the plate so far. Fouled off. Here's the 0-1.
Good slider.
Pass at a slider that gets past him.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout.
And a good splitter.
Pitching awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's
That's a big strikeout.
For a strike, then so be it.
Got him to chase out of the zone that time. Jake Marisnick goes down for the first out in the 5th inning. Tim Fedorovich comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Two balls and a strike to count. Down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Good pitch. I'm going to chase a little bit.
Foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed.
Beautiful cut. Beautiful cut.
Comes back with the cut fastball for strike 3 called, and they're 2 down.
All right, let's get Reddick and get out of here.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. 0-1 the count. And he takes a cold strike up and out over the plate. 0-2. Lifted the other way out to left
get out
center.
there.
Polanco onto
there we go.
And he brings it
got out of danger there, escaped. Some runs
Stepping
on
in and ready for another shot. Robbie Grossman 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Lifted in the air out to center field. Therefore it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out. Digging in for his second at bat.
Good timing on that pitch. Just didn't hit it on the line. We have 2 hits so far.
Lifted out towards
doesn't help him swing at that shit either.
Springer has a read on it. 2 gone. Digging in to try it again. Eduardo Escobar. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. In there, strike one.
Also, Twins lineup against lefties, especially at least in this game, is significantly weaker than it is against right-handers. Max Kepler last year did not hit lefties well at all, so he's got a really low contact versus lefties rating. This year, he's actually hitting very, very well. He's got the second best OPS for a left-hand hitter against lefties in the American League. But that obviously isn't reflected here, so he doesn't show up in the lineup.
Digging in once again, Alex Bregman. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. The 1-0. Good swing there, but this is foul off to the right side. And he misses.
That's a good spot.
We've
Come on,
seen
Blue.
him go down on strikes more than
Gotta
once
call
in this
that.
game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Count even at 2-2.
Oh, wow, he swung at that. Okay. I'll take that.
His name in this one. Ready for another chance? Jose Altuve comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Swing and a little blooper to center.
Come on, Buxton.
Coming on.
Ooh,
and
got
he
there.
makes the
Okay.
catch for the second out. Here's Carlos Correa now. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Odorizzi's ready. Here's the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
And
That's a nice quick inning. We'll take that.
Now to the plate, Mitch Garver hit it hard, but
All right, Garver, let's get you on. Get the top of the order up with the guy on base.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
There we go, base hit.
And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. Stepping in, Byron Buxton. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Reddick.
Oh, not quite enough.
He makes the catch. Striding in once again, Joe Mauer. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point.
All right, Mauer, we need to get you on the stat sheet here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
There we go.
Hit out towards second.
Base hit.
And there's his first base hit in this one. Ready for another shot now. Brian Dozier. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Loud contact by Dozier and a ball with
It's
carry to
hit
left
deep.
field.
And gone. A 3-run bomb. Good boy, Dozier.
Here's Miguel Sano. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Been waiting for Dozier to get hot. And I think it's finally starting to happen here.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. 3 runs already home here. Swung on
And that's a fourth one. This thing maybe. Stay fair, stay fair. Oh, it's going foul.
And it's a foul ball.
Man, he was all over that changeup right there. Just not able to keep it fair. That front shoulder leak just a hair. He's got to regroup right here.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of.
There's a swing and a high drive.
Hit well.
Center field.
Enough. Gone. It's a real home run that time.
Back-to-back home run. Ready once again, Eddie Rosario. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Strike 1 to
A
start.
little late on that.
Hit down the line at first.
That's a good pitch.
This will get foul for strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss for out
Had me
number
fooled. I saw
2.
fastball and I got
He had
excited.
no chance of making contact with. The next twin up, Robbie Grossman. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. 4 runs here in this half inning. And here's a pitch inside.
I will take the runner.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jorge Polanco. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes this the other way to right.
There we go.
And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Time for a pitching change.
Eduardo Escobar will be his first.
Let's see what this guy's got. Okay.
Assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and 2 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded back up the middle.
Base
Gets
hit.
dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Up next for Minnesota, Mitch Garver. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. From the stretch.
Garver got started in this inning.
Peacock rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. And oh, this one's by him to the
Both from up here, base run will absolutely blow this game open.
2 men in scoring position. The 1-1 home. And
hit him.
as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouchback. Here's Byron Buxton now. From the stretch. And he comes after the next guy as well. Can't say I like what I'm seeing here. It's ball 1.
He went deep earlier, so that might have been a little bit of a message they were trying to send it.
Now he can't find the strike zone.
At the very least, they're clearly trying to get him from getting his arms extended again.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
That's a little bit of a gift, but okay.
Now the 2-1. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Reddick to the track. He leaps, but he can't make the play, and it bangs off the wall. 2 runs are in.
Base is clear and triple.
So here's Joe.
And we've blown this game wide open.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he fouls this one off.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
0-2 to Joe Mauer.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Here's the 0-2. And on 0-2, he misses with his fastball. Pulled toward right center field. Springer on
Not
the
deep
run.
enough.
And that
But a great inning.
Here's George Springer. He's hitless in his
Put up 8 runs in that inning.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit.
Oh, come on.
They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
3-0 to him now. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
This is where if you're the batter, 1 pitch, 1 spot, and you get the barrel of the bat to that baseball as quick as possible with damage on your mind.
3-2 pitch.
Yep.
And a good take
I messed
there,
that up.
They'll have a leadoff man aboard to
Not
start
what we needed there.
ball 4. Here's the first pitch to him.
Wait. Oh, thank you.
Diving into the dirt,
For
a
the
swing
help.
and a miss.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the
Thought that was
zone
going to get
is a
the
must.
gap for a while. Well, that's a nice running catch.
Now. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Man, come
and
on.
That one stayed too low, apparently. From the stretch. Right on, but this is foul down toward the box at third. The 1-1 home. His fastball taken high for a ball. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. Striding in for Houston, Jake Marisnick. First offering on its way. There's a strike.
One of the keys to pitching late in the games, first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Big out. Well, not a big out, but it's nice to get.
Here for the second out. Next up for the Astros, Tim Fedorovich. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Excuse me.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And he misses there. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Still a ball and 2 strikes. A 2-2
Oh
count
my
to
goodness.
The Astros catcher.
Man, that's a tough take given where we are this game, but he got away with it.
The 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. Another try at 2-2. Sent on the ground out to second. On to first, and the Astros can't cash in as that ends the inning. Here's Brian Dozier now.
The last at bat, maybe we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
And now the first pitch of the inning is.
Thought I had the timing on that, but I guess not.
Right away center. Reddick is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here's Miguel Sano. Head-to-head matchups with Brad Peacock. Just a couple of matchups, no hits and 2 at-bats.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in its last AB, but listen, it counts.
Hit hard, but right at him.
Springer is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Digging in, Eddie Rosario. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Bregman in foul ground. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So the Houston lineup turns over, and to
the Astros. Right fielder, Josh Reddick.
Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Fouled away. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Right over the middle,
Good spot.
High. The 1-2.
Put him away here.
Now here's a line drive that'll make it out into left center, and he's going to have himself a leadoff single.
All right.
Now at the plate, Alex Bregman. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Popped high in the air.
That's a good spot, good pitch.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first down.
We'll take that.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. First delivery to him on the way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. On the move is Rosario. He makes the running play. 2 down. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. No balls and 1 strike. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up on the backhand. And he'll step on the back. Here's Robbie Grossman. Head-to-head matchups with Brad Peacock. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Set and the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Reddick is there, and he makes the catch.
I'm not going to be too selective now. I mean, we got an 8-run lead.
And looking for more, Jorge Polanco. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
But I'm not going to swing at that either.
Stays outside. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty D, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts to come out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Springer has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the... So stepping in, George Springer.
All right, let's bring in Presley. Finish the game out.
Ryan Presley comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Here comes the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Presley, a right-hander standing 6'3", was selected in the first round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Good pitch.
On the fastball, and there's the first out here.
Good start to the 9th.
Standing in, Yuli Gurriel. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. No balls and a strike to count. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there.
Ooh, good spot.
Off balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
And this ball is
that's crushed. But foul.
And that is a foul ball. Just missing extra bases deep in the corner. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Rosario is there.
There we go.
2 down. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Marwin Gonzalez, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Last strike now for Houston. And he gets
beautiful. That'll finish that off. Thanks everybody for joining. Appreciate it. Have fun. Ended up beating the Astros here. We'll move on to the next series. And I hope you join me for that as well. We'll be doing 1 game out of each series here in this franchise. So I want to remind you, please like the video, hit subscribe so you never miss anything. We also have videos coming up from Breath of the Wild, Far Cry 5, and God of War. Currently, we'll be having a lot more stuff come out too. Also, every single podcast that we do is posted right here to YouTube, so you can never miss one by making sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, please follow us on Twitch, TXH Gaming Hub on Twitch. So with that, thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate it, and we'll be back later this week with another one. Thanks, everybody.
Velasco to Dallas Keuchel. He falls to 1